Today we're going to bake a pumpkin and get it ready to make various dishes. I plan to make some pumpkin soup, some pumpkin bread, and I want to take the pumpkin seeds and cook them as a treat also. So we're going to start with a small pumpkin and we're going to cut it in half. Now you have a choice here. You could cut it this way or you could cut it this way. I'm going to cut it this way because I think it'd be easier to deal with. You need a sharp knife and patience, and you don't want to cut yourself. So, there we go. Finally we got it. Now the next thing we're going to do is we want to scrape out the interior, but we don't want to waste the interior. So what we're going to do is take a big spoon and we're going to scrape out the seeds. Pumpkin seeds are a delicious snack. If you've never had them, they really are something that you'll enjoy, but it does take a little work to prep them. Supposedly, you can use other squash seeds the same way. I haven't tried anything but pumpkin seeds, but I plan to this winter as the squash starts becoming available. And we'll see if we can do a better job with this one. I've pretty much gotten rid of the seeds. I'm going to clean up the stringy insides a little bit, see how much of that I can get off. Okay, the next step, I'm going to put a little oil on the pan. I'm going to take the pumpkin and kind of rub it around and lay it down on the surface of this. Now, to that, I'm going to add a little bit of water. To help in the cooking. So, I'm going to cook it 350 degrees for 45 minutes. So here I go, I'm putting it in the oven. Okay, they're out of the oven and cooled a little bit so we can take a look at them. Turn them over. They're definitely done falling apart. Scrape them out into a bowl. Now, there obviously are several ways you could do this. You could peel the skin off. Just use a spoon and scoop the meat out. Now, another way that you could do this would be to take a knife and slice it into pieces. And scrape it off like this. Or peel it like this. So there's a whole bunch of different ways, whatever you're most comfortable with. Now this by itself with a little sugar, a little cinnamon would be really nice. But from this we can make pumpkin puree, we can use it to make pumpkin bread. Depends on what our long-term plan for what to do with the pumpkin is. My plan is I'm going to use it for several dishes. I'm going to make pumpkin soup, and I'm going to make pumpkin snickerdoodles, and I'm going to make pumpkin bread. So pretty basic stuff as I go through the process of peeling this pumpkin. So there is peeled pumpkin. Once you've got the meat out of the pumpkin, it's time to make pumpkin puree. Now what I'm going to do is add it to my blender as my first option. I'm also going to try later doing the same thing, but I'm going to use my food processor, which I have a feeling might be easier. I'll probably have to blend it a little bit at a time to get it all blended right. Now we have pumpkin puree, which we can use pretty much like canned pumpkin that you got at the store, but it'll be a lot better tasting and fresher. I hope you enjoyed this. Watch for part 2 and 3 where I take a pumpkin and cut it a slightly different way and see what the results are. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. I really appreciate it. Thanks. Bye.